Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dylan RV channel. I have changed my name. That's not the important bit of today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about VAR and why it should be removed. Jorginho Rutta's handball against West Ham yesterday, at time of recording. The goal should have been disallowed and I'm upset about that as a West Ham fan. I'm not complaining anymore because it's done, it's dusted. However, there's been countless mistakes by VAR where they've ruined games, ruined people's seasons, changed the outcomes of, in fact, history, just because of them not checking properly. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving 3 examples of how teams have been affected by VAR. Start off with, I'm going to be mentioning the 2018-2019 Champions League final. Now, I'm a West Ham fan, so I naturally don't like Spurs, right? Not many people do. However, this decision in the early stages of the game completely changed the aspect of the match. A ball is being crossed in on Liverpool attack, and Musa Sissoko has his arm up to try and instruct his defenders to defend. The ball hits in between his armpit, technically not being a handball, and the penalty was given. This wouldn't be too bad, right? It'd be like, oh, it was a mistake from the referee. VAR was there. A new thing, video assistant referee, we all know what it is today. They looked at it and still said it was a penalty. Completely wrong. Maybe probably thinking, oh, they made one mistake. Here's the evidence I have, right? They changed the handball rule after this match, specifically because of that, of the arm not being in actual position, it's a handball, whatever. This type of thing, for example, from FIFA, is why VAR shouldn't be there. And you're probably thinking, oh, Dylan, but they could have checked it and whatever. Referee's decision would have been final, and it was a wrong decision. However, VAR didn't check it, or they did. They checked it, and they still thought it was a handball. Absolute disgrace. And I know Tottenham fans. I don't like Tottenham, never have. But this kind of ruined their Champions League run in the final. You know, first ever Champions League final, for you to be robbed like that is completely crazy. Now, the second incident is a game in the 1920 season where Sheffield United are playing Aston Villa. It ended 0-0 and pretty much helped Villa survive relegation by a point that year. Aston Villa's goalkeeper goes to try catch the ball, and in doing so manages to put the ball over the line, and it is a goal. However, refs watch didn't buzz, fair enough. It was a technical difficulty with the game. However, VAR implemented into the game, you should be able to look at decisions like that to check if it's a goal or not, and if that goal had been given, Villa would have got relegated and it wouldn't have led them to qualify for Europa League, Conference League, Champions League. You know, they wouldn't have qualified for Europe, and it completely changed the aspect of Aston Villa's future. They would have got relegated. Unai Emery would have never come in. They would have probably been stuck with someone like Dean Smith and wouldn't be this team currently fighting for the title. Now, personally, it didn't affect me as a West Ham fan. We survived relegation that year as well. But if they had got relegated instead, who knows what would have happened. Now, I'm guessing you like football. You've clicked on this video watching a person talk about football. This must mean you either play Football Manager, FC26, or Madfoot, or just like football in general. And this Discord server has that just for you. Corfoot is a server where you get to socialise with multiple people about the beautiful game. For example, they have different channels and different sections on Football Manager, FC25 and Madfoot. Madfoot being a mobile game. Now for me, the best part about the Madfoot part of Corfoot is they sell bot trades and Insta level 25 to link to them bot trades. It is £5 for 500 bot trades. 500 card choices for only £5. Bargain. But there's an even better deal. For only £10, only £5 more, you can have unlimited bot trades, which pretty much gives you the amount of all the cards in the game. Now, in order to do this, you have to link your Madfoot account, which you have to get to level 25. Now, if you're someone like me, who may not enjoy a Madfoot that much, but still love the game, this could really help you out. You can get instant level 25 to potentially win these bot trades, or even buy them from the store, which I highly recommend you do. The best part about me for Corfoot is the amazing community that hosts and owns the server. Everyone in there is so nice and so helpful, especially when you need to buy something. Say you need help, you can use a ticket and you can get one of the staff, which will happen almost instantly, to help you with the ticket. Now, enough about Corfut, might as well just join it now. I've rambled long enough to tell you how good it is, and trust me, it is good. So you click the link in this description and join the Corfut server now. Third incident I want to look at is Rodri's handball against Everton in the 22-23 season. Everton lost the game 1-0 to Man City, and Rodri ended up in their own penalty box, handballing it, and to be honest with you, should have been a penalty. Now, penalties obviously a chance thing. You score them, you miss them, whatever. But they still would have had a good opportunity, and it probably would have ended 1-1, so that penalty had gone in. You're probably thinking, oh, wasn't that big of a deal? It happened, whatever. VAR mucked up again, usual, which I guess is the purpose of this video. However, at the end of the season, Arsenal and Man City are in a title race together, and Arsenal managed to bottle it to Man City, which I admit, as a West Ham fan, is very funny. But what also happened later that year, which is a separate incident, which I'm including into this one, is Ivan Toney's offside goal against Arsenal. The game ended 1-1, and if Arsenal had gained those 3 points and Man City had dropped 2, it would have been a 1-point difference, and the title wouldn't be completely over. At the end of that season, Arsenal tailed off towards the end, and it just felt hopeless for them. Say Man City had dropped them points and Arsenal had gained those extra 2, it would have been so much closer, and Arsenal would have won the Premier League. Now, the last thing I want to point out is the Chelsea-West Ham game in the 22-23 season. Now, this game didn't have as big as an impact as it did to all the other incidents, but this is probably the worst one in my opinion as a West Ham fan. In the dying minutes of the game, Maxwell Cornet has the ball and puts it in to make it 2-2, a good point against Chelsea. But no, Jared Bowen, I think it's Jared Bowen, I might be wrong, wins the ball from Edouard Mendy. Edouard Mendy goes down, and Maxwell Cornet then scores in the open net. But the goal was disallowed by the referee, which at that point you're probably thinking, sure, it happens. Yet again, VAR didn't look at it properly, especially the fact that there was minimal contact. They looked at it and still didn't give it. Disgraceful, right? The next thing I want to point out in this video is how long it takes VAR to review decisions. Like the Brighton game at the weekend, where West Ham did drop points in what we should have won. They checked it for 5 minutes, 5 whole minutes to look at handball, and still got the decision wrong. It takes ages. It wastes time of the game and leads to players being more tired and whatever. Get the decision right. I get referees make mistakes, and that's completely fine. But VAR is there to help make the referee not make the mistake. Absolutely disgraceful. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video about me rambling about VAR, and make sure to check out the Corfut Discord server. I'll see you guys in the next one. There'll be a video coming out Christmas, and I'll see you later.